started in early 2012, and Lysa and I had already been playing in a band together called WJ and the Sweet Sacrifice. She played keyboards and I played drums, and that band dissolved. And a friend of ours who was a drummer in another band was looking to sort of just play around with some people, and he posted a thing on Facebook about it, and Lysa and I were the first to respond, so we got together in an hourly rehearsal space in Jersey City Studios in Jersey City. And
we pretty much responded immediately too. It was like, who wants to do this? We're like, me!
Yeah, I think we were like the first two. I think we might have been the only two. But and we got together and we came up with, the ideas for like the first few songs on the record. And so after that, we kind of knew we had something.
We were working on 2 different solo projects, and mine was Big Lake and yours was
Flags on the Overpass.
So we just kind of combined the names together and came up with Overlake, and that's where the name comes from.
Yeah, and we were going back and forth, and like it was one of those things. It was kind of like finding drummers, where it was like the first person we come across we like and we kept. It's the same thing with the name. It's like that was the first name you came up with, and we liked it, so we kept it. I don't know. It seems to fit us. Like I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Later we found out that Overlake, of course, is an area of Washington, as in the state, and houses one of the largest churches in the country.
Yeah.
So, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's like recordings out there by the Overlake Christian Church. So when people try to find our album on iTunes, they find recordings by them.
We're not the Overlake
Christian Church Choir.
We're just Overlake.
I answered a Craigslist ad. I had been looking for a band to join for like 3 years, and I was about ready to just say, fuck this, it's not working out. And I just, one last time checked these ridiculous Craigslist ads, and I saw this one that had like all these fucking bands that I loved, Sonic Youth and Dinosaur Jr. and I don't know who else you put on there, but I liked those bands too. I was like, oh shit, this could be something.
We met him. He came by. We played for a few hours. He already knew like a lot of the songs that I had sent him.
Right, you said the songs. I checked them out right away. And I liked it. So that was. I was like, oh shit, this is cool. I had answered like probably 1 million Craigslist ads. It was absurd, and up until this band, it was just bonkers. It was just people were nuts. It didn't work out for like 1 million bands.
Yeah.
We've had our own issues trying to find drummers on Craigslist too. We had a lot of flakes and things like that.
Yeah.
Like this one guy I don't know, he's like smoking crack or something and just didn't show up. I don't know, and like it's like, but no, guys, no, really, I really want to hang out and play with you. No, next time, and then next time.
I don't want to play. I just want to hang out. Is that cool?
Yeah, there's the only people, like, I don't know, the only people that we didn't even consider after the audition process were the ones who didn't even make it to the audition because they were flaky. No, but we really felt good about Scott when we played with him. Like, he just had a really good, energy. And also, like, he'd, been around the block before,
Been doing this a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of who we were looking for. We were looking for somebody who was a combination of like youthful but also seasoned.
Youthful and seasoned.
Youthful and seasoned.
And also his personality too. Scott, your personality's great. Like, he's really laid back and we're kind of intense sometimes. So it's nice to have that in the bands.
just been trying to play a lot of shows, as many as possible, and we just recently released our first album called Size. It's on Killing Horse Records, and we started recording it in early 2013, and that went on up until September 2013. I mean, there were breaks in between. It wasn't like a 9-month pregnancy. It came out really nice. I'm really proud of it, and we've just been sort of playing shows, trying to, you know, put it out there and trying to play our music for whoever's willing to listen to it, you know.
What was really cool about developing the album was like as soon as we started playing together, we kind of knew exactly where we were going with it. So there was really no discussion about anything about what was going on in the album. It was kind of like, yep, this is happening. Okay, sounds great. Let's do it. It was a super easy process, and the guy who recorded it for us is a great friend of ours, Tom Unish. We started recording at this place in Brooklyn. What was the name of that place?
I don't remember, but it did really have a name?
I think so. I don't know.
I thought it was just sort of like a studio that Tommy shared with like the other bands that were in there.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong though.
Yeah.
We didn't put a name on the record, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So it was kind of like this guerrilla like recording. Like we'd record there, and then we'd record like in his house, and then in your house he did some stuff, right? And then in our practice space, it was just like wherever we could get the sound, we would record some stuff. And then I remember at the one place in Brooklyn, like we'd be trying to get like I think we were trying to get vocals or something. And we'd have to stop because the whole steady were practicing next door to like get ready for a gig. So we had to like, okay, here they go. They're running through those 2 songs again. All right, let's get some pizza and come back and try to do that. But you know,
fucking hold steady.
We're a very boring band, actually.
We're not really too interesting. We really aren't.
Oh, I know.
That one time.
Athens, Georgia. Let's go back to
All
March
right.
when we were in Athens, Georgia.
Oh.
Take it away, Tom.
You want me to tell the Athens
Yes,
story?
I do. Yes.
We played at a place called the World Famous. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
In
Yeah.
Athens?
World Famous, yeah.
Really nice place. And
Beautiful.
we're
Good food, too.
Good food, yeah. We're sound checking, and I'm just up on stage, like just noodling around with my guitar, and like I start playing. Oh God, which one was it? I start playing an REM song. I'm sorry, South Central Rain. I start playing that, and like I'm just paying attention to like what I'm doing, like my guitar and stuff. I look up and I see Ralph from Stuyvesant, the band that we were on tour with, like with his jaw dropped, and like I run off stage, and Ralph is just like, dude, like Michael Stipe is here. He's like, he peeked his head in while you were playing that. Like, I'm like, oh really? He's like, yeah, he's out there. He's hanging out with his friends, and like there was no one else in the club. It was just us and like our friends and their band. You know, it was like there was no one at the show. But Ralph was just like, you guys got to start playing like immediately. Start playing, and so. We get up and we start playing, and then like it's a good show, and the whole show, like I'm like peeking in my head out the door to the next room to see if Michael Stipe is still there. And like by the time we finished, he wasn't there. So I was a little bummed. But like, what are you gonna do? Like life goes on. And so Stuyvesant plays their show, and so we start unloading, and then Michael Stipe comes back with his like posse, you know, his like 3 people that he was hanging out with. And like I'm unloading stuff with Scott, and I was just like, I just want to go back. Like I think I want to just go like say hey to him and like shake his hand and stuff. And you were like, dude, just fucking give him a CD. And so I was like, I think you're right. I'm gonna do that. And so I grab a CD from the suitcase, and I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, like how you doing? Like my name is Tom. I play in this band Overlake, and like I just can't help but see that you were here. I wanted to shake your hand and say how much of a fan I am of yours. And he was just like, oh, thank you. He's like, oh, you were singing earlier, weren't you? And I was just like, yeah, I was. He was like, oh, it was really good. And I'm just like, thanks. You know? It's like, and like, I was like, I don't, for what it's worth, like, I'd like you to have like our CD here, take it. Like, it's like, where are you guys from? I'm like, we're from Jersey City. He's like, oh, I used to, what do you say? I used to stare at you from across the river. I used to live in the village. I'm just like, oh, that was funny. But like that was like a tour high. Like for me, the tour could have ended right there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like we could have ended a tour right there. It would have been fine.
Yeah, and like the other night watching the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when he was inducting Nirvana, like he gave a really good speech, and the whole time I'm wondering, I was like, I wonder if he listened to our album yet.
Totally did. You know he did.
Maybe not.
No, whatever.
Seems like he's getting back into the music game though, so
Yeah.
maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe we'll hear a song of ours on the radio someday, and it'll be Michael Stipe ripping us off.
So what's next for Overlake?
Well, we are embarking on a tour in mid-July, going out to the Midwest this time. You know, after that, we're going to play some more shows and hopefully in the new year, like start working on like maybe a new record or something. We just want to keep playing more shows.
Meet people and have fun.
Meet people, have fun. You know, that's we like. Actually, we love. You know, one of the things that we love about playing in this band is lately we've been coming across bands who we actually love as both people and as musicians. Whereas, like most of your life, you spend a lot of your days playing with bands who are like either one or the other. Like they're either like really nice people who make really shitty music, or just like really a great band who are just complete dicks. And like lately we've been like running into a few bands who we are actually like fans of as people and as, you know, musicians.
I mean, Tom and I have been in so many different bands over the years that have just run the gamut of different genres and everything. And I think both of us, I'm not going to speak for you, but like both of us anyway, this is the band that we've always wanted to be in. Like this is the band that we've always wanted to have. So we're finally here doing it.
Yeah. Anything else you guys got? Scotty, what do you got to say, man?
I'm good. I'm done.